We're looking at here, wanting to understand a little bit about this idea of file types. We know that there are Word documents, we know that there are PowerPoint presentations, and we know that there are pictures, and we know that they are different types of files. But wanting to understand a little bit more about the detail of that, to understand things like how come I can work on that document at school, but my computer at home can't open the same document because it's a different version of Word, and how can I manage that? I want to make sure that you understand using different file types, when you would do that, and how to do it. For example, let's say at home you have an older version of Word and you want to use one of these, and you're using the new whiz-bang version of Word at school. Whiz-bang! No one says whiz-bang, but you know, we can say it. So we've got the newest version of Word running at school, and you have an older version of Word at home. If I just go for my regular good old save, can you see that little docx on the back of this? That docx is saving it in Word 2007 or 2010 new format, which the old versions of Word can't understand. So to get around that problem, instead of just going File, Save, give it a name, I want you to look at this box, Save as Type. There are lots of things in here. If you open it, you can save it as a Word. When it says Word document, it means the newest version of Word. Skip down a couple. Word 97 to 2003 document. And that just says .doc, not .docx. If you go for that, it will save it in a version of Word that you could then open up at home if you have an older version of Word at home. So it's kind of like moving from, it's like it's speaking in a slightly, if docx is really formal technical language, then doc is more relaxed casual language. It's the same content, but just presented in a slightly different way. Further down the list, you'll see one which is called RTF. Now, RTF is an even more basic version of the information. RTF stands for, it says it's there, Rich Text Format. It's still got things like paragraphs, bold, italics, fonts, stuff like that. No fancy tables, no clip art, no pictures, no headers, no footers, but it's still got all of your content there. So if docx is formal technical language and .doc is just more relaxed informal language, then Rich Text Format is an even more basic way of speaking. And there's actually an even more basic one called plain text, which is just the words. No fonts, no bold, no italic, no underline, no different sizes, no page breaks, but at least you've got all your content. Understanding different file types lets you choose the right file type for what you want to do. The most common one you'll find is if you need to save a document as a .doc instead of a .docx. But if you wanted to give this from someone who's working on a PC to someone who's working on a Mac, or to someone who's working in, I don't know, Corel WordPerfect, or a completely different sort of word processor, you might want to go for Rich Text Format, because you're stripping off the weird complex things that Microsoft Word does, but still keeping all the content. So that's understanding giving your file, when you save your file, using the Save As Type box to choose the right file type for where your document will be getting used later. Have a go, have a practice, and see if that works for you, particularly if you've got an older version of Word running at home.